We start with 1 hour chart. We want to see how we can look for trade. First of all, if you refer to our analysis in my last video, we mentioned since the price was within this move, we mentioned we want to see the price to drop and read the breakout of this low. We mentioned if we get any reversal, we can look for buy, and this is what we get. And based on 1 hour chart, there was no trade setup. Then the best thing was if anyone get the trade based on 15 minutes. This is where we could look for buy. And whoever get the trade right now, they should move their stop loss to break even. Because if he wants to see the look for, I mean, if they wants to look for continuation, and even if he wants to look for the next trade, we should get the correction here. If we get the correction, we can then from there we can consider whether we should look for buy or not. Okay, now we want to see what's the next. In this case, we move to higher time frame, and if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned we want to see, we're looking for continuation. The only things was if this one can turn to deeper move for flat. This is what we discussed, and it's still same. Not I mean there is no much changes. And if you move to forward chart, the only things I will need to highlight here, as I explained based on daily chart, we want to see whether we can put this move in relative to this or not. That means we want to see whether we can look for flat or not. If I put my line here, it will be more clear. Okay, right now I'm putting my line here is indicative. We can adjust it. Okay, but what I want to highlight is if we want to look for flat and if we want to put this one in relative to this, we should know that this one is not deep enough as what we have here, and we can expect to get the internal flat as the first correction for one more drop. If we get this move, then any reversal from there, we can look for better trade setup. Okay, that's mean we can expect this one turn to a deeper move. Okay, that's why if we get any trade based on 1 hour chart, we consider it as a short-term trade, and we start to. I mean, we should have the proper management. We in the bigger picture, we should know about the bigger flat in this move. Okay, and in this case, we move to 1 hour chart. And if I remove this, that's why whoever get the trade based on 15 minutes from here, they should start to manage, at least move their stop loss to break even. And even if we want to look for buy, we have to get the correction. And any trade is a short term, and we need to see the continuation as a sharp move, not the corrective move. Even if the price continues as a corrective move, we are not going to look for the second trade. The only trade we get from here, we start to manage based on 15 minutes. Because as I mentioned, for the bigger picture and the price can drop before we get the reversal. Okay. And how about if I put this low in relative to the previous one, even it haven't break almost tag, we don't see the divergence. But here we have a divergence. Any of them, I mean, we have two different results. Okay. That's why we cannot get the confirmation whether this is a start of up move or not. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup. If we get a correction, we can look for buy, and we need to see the continuation as a short move. As I mentioned, is a short-term trade, and in the bigger picture, we should know about this for that. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.